What's up, guys? It's your boy Madden.com, and today I'm going to show you guys how to ag the right way. So everybody's doing this kind of ag glitch right now that you need to know how to do. It's a big advantage for the offense, and it just is going to help you out in certain situations for sure. So what we're going to do is we're going to mess with our personnel. If you guys don't know how to do that, make sure you just go to the formation that you use and then hit Y or triangle. That's going to allow you to do this. And at the outside wide receiver positions, now you don't have to be running gun box to do what I'm about to show you. Whatever formation you're in, I would start off by trying it with your outside receivers, and let's just make sure that they're above 6'3". You know, if you're playing Mutt, you probably want even taller. You know, Donald Parham is like the perfect guy to do this with. So if you have him, he's 6'8". But in regs, you know, it doesn't get much better than Mike Evans, so I'll be using him. And then we also have Julio. I think he's 6'2" or 6'3", but really anybody, I'd say you don't really want to be doing it with anybody underneath 6'4", I would say. Julio, it can work, but it's going to be much better with Mike. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to come out of the play, and then we're going to go against cover 1 for now. So this is backed off cover 1, and what I'm going to show you is I'm going to throw it to this fade on the outside, right? So I'm just going to pass it over here. Boom. Cornerback makes a play on it very, very easily. Well, here's what you're going to do. All you're going to do to prevent that from happening is you're going to high ball and pass lead up into the sideline. So in this case, Mike Evans is on the left. So that means the sideline is on the left. So you're going to use your left analog stick and you're going to point it to about, I would say like 10 o'clock. And then, so up and to the left. And then we're going to high ball with LB or L1. So let's go ahead and see what happens. As soon as this cornerback turns his hips, we're going to high ball that. And it's either we catch it or it goes to the ground. Incomplete. So what you're going to see, big difference between our last rep and this rep. As you can see, we get this ag animation where the cornerback isn't really going to be able to make a play on the ball. It's us or it goes incomplete. And one thing I'll say is that you really want to throw it when as soon as their hips turn. So we'll do it again. So right here, up into the sideline. And keep in mind your opponent is likely going to be clicking on. So what that means is when they click on, what's going to happen is their cornerback is going to do basically what he just did here. He's not going to do anything. And that's what allows this to happen. Some of you guys who might be watching this video might be like, wow, this is so stupid. This is bad for the game. You would be correct, but at the same time, there's people who are just constantly running man coverage every single play, and there's no skill to that. So this is like a fair counter, in my opinion. Both are bad, but I just kind of feel like if somebody's going to run man coverage all game, you know, it's nice to have a counter. I mean, obviously there's routes that do beat man coverage. So I'm not saying there isn't. I'm just saying this is kind of a brain dead counter to somebody who wants to do that constantly. So Mike Evans has his X factor lit up. So that means in this case, he's never going to drop those. So you're going to see he catches it every single time because it's single coverage. So do it again. So if you have X factors on Mutt and you want to just spam these, then I would recommend just having double me on both of your outside receivers. And you can do it on the inside. It's going to be a lot more difficult, I would say, on the inside. But as you can see, he's not going to drop these. The cornerback isn't going to make a play. It doesn't matter if you have like a Sauce Gardner or a Woolen, who are both very tall corners. It's just kind of a glitch animation, so it doesn't matter. They're not going to animate. But as you can see, it's very simple. I don't need to like spam it over and over again. I'll show you with Julio how it's going to basically be the same. Let me go ahead. So up and to the right this time. But as you can see, it's not quite the same animation. But if it's one-on-one, it's still possible for you to, you know, get your hands on this. As you can see, it's not going to be a catch every single time, especially if you don't have double me on or activated. Do it again. Up and to the right. Cornerback still doesn't make a play on the ball, but he does make a play on the receiver. And we've had 3 drops in a row, so it's showing you that, you know, you can't just spam this the entire time with any receiver, which is nice. But yeah, if you guys want me to do a breakdown on how to kind of contain this and limit it, then let's go ahead and get this video to 200 likes, and I will do that for you guys. So as you can see, it's very simple. I don't know if I mentioned it, but with the right sideline, it's going to be more of a 1 or 2 o'clock on your left stick. So keep that in mind. So right here, this is against a cover 3. I didn't mention that. Change the play to cover 3. It's going to be slightly different. The hips are going to turn at a different time. So I'll do it on the left side now with Mike Evans. Hips are going to turn later. And that's a really good example of what's going to happen when they click on to the cornerback. So as you can see, hips don't turn till later. They turn right here, high ball. Wide receiver goes up, high points it. Cornerback does jack shit. We get the touchdown. So yeah, guys, I get it. It's totally brain dead and it's not good for the game. But at the same time, you need to know how to do it. It's a good counter if you're completely boxed and you just need some easy offense and you want to make your offense kind of adjust or make your opponent adjust to what you're doing. It's a good option for you. And pretty much everybody's doing it in some capacity. Some people are like, it's like their complete offense. And I think that's just really dumb and boring. But you technically could if you wanted to scheme around it. That's entirely up to you. But I just wanted to show you guys it existed and how to do it. So if you enjoyed, please drop a like. Let's get the video to 200 likes. Like I said, I'll drop a defense on how to kind of contain what people are doing with these Aggs. And then, yeah, subscribe if you're new for daily Madden 23 content, and I'll see you guys tomorrow.